That's why you don't have them both on at the same time, because it will wake your ass up. Good morning to you. You listen to OZZz on Smash Bros Radio. Appreciate you stopping in. Smash Bros Radio is the only digital radio station, award-winning radio station located in Pleasant Grove, Birmingham, Alabama. It's Tuesday. If you have not done so, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Also, we have an app. So please download the app. There is a new personality that will be coming on the app. Chaos's show will be from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. And I think he's saying is something. What? I'm going to put you to sleep. I'm going to wake you up, and I'm going to turn your ass out. So download the app. Chaos is coming on soon. His show will be from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Expect the unexpected. Since it's on the app, you can only imagine what's going to come up and come out. And just pray for him, please. That's all we can do. Just pray for him. I'm OZZz, your Dutch uncle. You can also find me on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, as well as YouTube. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you. Appreciate you tremendously. I really don't know how to really begin, because we've had these shootings, and we've the firemen, the two firemen that were shot. One has passed away, and the other one is recovering, but yet no one has come forth with any information. Someone knows something. Someone knows something, and the families need closure. They need to find out exactly why. If there's sometimes there's no reason, but why? Why would you do such stupidity? So if you continue to pray for the families, prayer is wonderful. I believe in the power of prayer. Also, we've had two shootings. One was just plain stupid, because why would you follow them individuals to the emergency room and still shoot? So two ladies were shot, sisters, daughters, mothers were shot. It just gets to be so unbearable at times. We wonder where the humanity went. Where is the compassion? Why is there so much anger, so much hatred, that you would follow individuals to the emergency room and still continue to shoot? And people know who they are, and people know of the individuals. And we automatically know they have no conscience, and we automatically know they have no integrity. So to ask them to please turn themselves in, we know they're not going to do that, because they're a bunch of punk ass little bitches. So, but if you have information on the shootings, or if you have information on any shootings, please report. And you can do it anonymous. Just please report what you know. Families need closure. I cannot even imagine what the uncertainty, the fear, the anger, the pain, the agony that individuals are going through because of such stupidity. So, and I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know if there are any solutions, but of course there are. But I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. So please keep those individuals, those families in your prayers, asking for comfort and guidance and strength and courage, and lift them up. Lift them up. I think every church should have those families in their prayer list. because I can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine what it's like to be a parent nowadays, especially with everything that's going on. So, but just have everyone lift everyone up in your prayers. Check on your elderly, please. Make sure that they're comfortable, and you should be doing that anyway. I mean, you should be checking on them, making sure that they're okay. Just plainly, just let them know. Let them know I was thinking about them. Just calling you, checking to see, seeing if you're okay. Do you need anything? And 9 times out of 10, they're going to tell you, no, I got everything, baby. But you still need. You should know exactly what they need, and because of you knowing what they need, you should make sure that they have it. I want to give a shout out to Brittany Price for the water. I've lost my water. Anyway, I lost my water, but I appreciate Brittany and my water. So it is what it is. There was an upset, is what some people. I don't understand why they called it an upset, because those individuals who are more involved when it comes to history of athletes, or when it comes to the knowledge of football and of sports, you have much more knowledge than I do. I am still a novice. I'm pretty much really not into into sports. Yes, I was a mascot. Yes, I was the first mascot of state. But the only reason I was the first mascot was because nobody wanted to be the mascot. And so I just took it and was hoping that people would see the fun of being the mascot, understanding that you're traveling free, you're going to the games free. It took people 3 years to realize that, hey, that white boy going everywhere. So I was able to give the mascot outfit up. But if you know the history, and if you kept up with Deion Sanders, you should know his capabilities. You should know his courage, his perseverance. You should know what he's capable of doing. He started out early building his brand. And yes, he was cocky, from what I understand. Yes, he was arrogant, from what I understand. But when you go back and you look at it, when you are a brand, you should have that confidence. You should have that cockiness. You should have that obnoxiousness. You should have that arrogance. Because that's your brand. You're building that. Whatever you represent, that's you. But as the years go by, you understand his cockiness, his obnoxiousness, his pompousness, his arrogance wasn't negative. That was positive. You took it as being negative because, first of all, he was a black male. Let's be honest. Y'all didn't like him because he was a black male. Y'all didn't like him because he was a black male who was talented, who knew that he was talented, who knew that he had the skills, and he was not ashamed to let you know that he had the skills and the talent. See, he was building his brand back then. Now, whether or not he knew that he was going to be where he is now, possibly he died. Because that's what being an entrepreneur, that's what building a brand is all about. You always think about the future. You think about now, but you think about the future. What I'm putting into now is going to help in the future. And he was an all-around athlete, not only in football, but in other sports. And people didn't like that. How dare you? You're just a black man. You're just a black boy. How dare you be that talented? What right gives you to be that talented? Fuck you. What right do you have to question his talent, his abilities? And that followed him all the way up to now because he has always had the naysayers. But see, everyone should take him as an example because he calls people out, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to call them out and let them know, oh, I remember you. Yeah, you were that little son of a bitch that wanted to talk that shit long time ago. Now, what you got to say? What you got to say? You talked that shit earlier. Now, what you got to say? Now, if they're mutants, the mutants have a way about, well, what did I say? Motherfucker, don't play with me. Because, see, I don't like you. You wanted to talk that smack. When you thought I was down, I was resting. I was catching my second breath. And then, no, I'm not going to allow you to interview me. I'm not even going to answer your questions. I'm not even going to allow you to waste my time. Just like with the trackster. She has every right not to have certain individuals interview her. But see, she learned. Because see, that's what the world is all about. The world will build you up, will put you on this huge stage, this huge pedestal. And if you make just one fraction of a mistake, bam, they want to kick you, push you down, want to talk, ridicule you. Not understanding, you can't keep greatness down. You might try to prolong it, but you can't keep greatness down. You can't. And so just because you were this second-class athlete does not mean that you know much about when it comes to sports. You don't know anything about analysts. You don't know anything about it. And just because you're a sports writer doesn't mean you know shit. Because if you were on top of your game, you would understand and know the history of Coach Sanders. And he should be used as an example because when people say, well, he doesn't care about your opinion, what does your opinion have to do with me? It has no significance. It has no value. It has no worth. What does your opinion of me mean? Because your opinion of me is not the opinion that I have of me. And it's one thing being ridiculed by one culture, but to be ridiculed by your own culture, by your own people? Why? But for him to have the tenacity, for him to have the courage, for him to have the strength, the sagaciousness. But see, that's what knowing who you are is all about. See, that's what greatness is when it comes to kings and queens. You know where your weaknesses lie. You know how to handle those weaknesses. So those of you who are more knowledgeable when it comes to Sanders, Coach Sanders, Prime, I'm ashamed of you. Why would you question his ability? Why? Because of jealous. Why would you be jealous of a man who's worked his ass off, who was not given shit? He worked for everything he's got, and he deserves everything he receives. That's what building your brand is all about. You have to be cocky. You have to be obnoxious. You have to be arrogant. Because if you don't do for yourself, who the hell is going to? Toot your horn. Make it loud. It's in you. You just have to utilize it. You have to cultivate it. And then for him to go to an HBCU and to be used or tried to be used and abused by an HBCU and to be talked about by the other HBCU coaches, I'm ashamed. I am ashamed of my alma mater to allow such a pompous ass, punk ass bitch of a coach to have the attitude and the mentality that Robinson has over at Alabama State University. His ass should have been fired. He should not even be a coach. He does not have the integrity of being a coach. He does not have what it takes to be a coach. Just because he played professional ball, big whoop the goddamn do. That doesn't mean he can be a fucking coach. I'm ashamed. I'm extremely ashamed. Even when I see it now, I'm still ashamed that this individual is supposed to be a coach of my alma mater. And see, and then again, it has to go down. Just because he has a name does not mean he has the characteristics, does not mean he has the ability, does not mean he has the talent. Just because someone has the same name or is related to individuals who were talented does not mean that those same individuals are going to be so. Same way we have here in Birmingham, what I call name brands. They don't have the same integrity that their relatives have or had. They just want the title. But for Coach to bring in a short time period an HBCU up to the level that he did, and they abuse him, swindled him, try to rob him, and then he goes to what is it PWI? No, WP, a white public WPI. Anyway, one of those mutant schools. People should have known that was going to be a game. And then they're going to talk about, well, he got rid. Well, he did not do anything that Coach Saban didn't do. Because when Saban went to Alabama, he did the same thing. He took out those individuals that could not fulfill his vision. But see, that's what you're supposed to do when you are the new CEO, when you are the new president, when you are the new head of whatever. You get rid of those individuals that were there under the old administration because they only have the vision of that old administration. They don't have the vision of the new administration. And see, you have a lot of backstabbers. Saboteurs who want to still remain in their position so they can sabotage the improvements, the vision. That's when you get rid of all the old trash. You get rid of them. So when Coach Sanders went to Colorado, he did what any other productive, successful coach would do. Get rid of those players who do not fulfill your vision of what you're trying to bring to the institution. Mutants are like that. Mutants won't, most of the time, when you, especially from my experience, they get common. They get too lackadaisical. So when they see someone who's going to come in and bring new life, bring energy, I ain't doing this. I ain't used to this. Well, then you take your ass someplace else. Because maybe Coach Prime's coaching style is not what you're familiar with. And maybe it's not, maybe it doesn't click together. And that's possible. That's possible. And you can still remain friends. This is where when you start something, or when you are the new addition and you have certain responsibilities, certain powers and all, you sit everybody down and you list, these are my objectives, these are my standards, these are my visions, my goals, my endeavors. This is where I want everything to be. Now, you can either come up with where I am, or we can depart as friends. I don't have anything, because see, if you can't envision what I'm seeing, well, I understand. That's okay. I'm going to be okay. But you're not going to be here in the same position, because I don't trust you, because you're not seeing what I'm seeing. You're not envisioning what I'm seeing. And that's okay. But it's not okay for you to stay on this team, because I can't trust you. And it's nothing personal. So when Sanders went into Colorado, he came in and he brought individuals with him who were his vision, who knew his vision, who knew his principles, who knew him. And if by chance his son is where Sanders wants to be, okay, fine. But he's straight across the board honest. And he don't put up with no bullshit from nobody, even his own. So it shouldn't be a surprise. Yes, it was a close game. But what really pissed me off was when I saw these mutant students had the audacity to F you to an adult. To an adult, a Christian university, whatever the fuck that means. Those individuals who were disrespectful to an adult, disciplinary action should be taken against them. Disciplinary action should be taken against them. How dare you, as a child, tell an adult F you? Would you tell your professors at TCU F you? Would you tell your parents F you? Would you tell the president F you? Would you tell the trust? Of course you wouldn't. Why would you do that? We know why. That's what we have descended into. Because these mutant kids have no type of respect. They have no consciousness. They don't feel consequences because they know there are not going to be any consequences. And to do it boldly, to do it openly, to do it publicly, you told a coach, F you. Baby boy, you ain't got shit. But I think that those videos should be presented to the Vice President of Student Affairs over at TCU. And I think disciplinary action should be taken against those students because those students represent that institution. And if you are a quote unquote Christian institution, you should not even allow that to be said out openly. Now, we know teenagers are going to be teenagers. Give me a break. Just because someone's a damn Christian doesn't mean they don't cuss. Please. Christians cuss worse than I do. When you have an individual, when you have an innovator, when you have a creator, when you have a developer, when you have someone who is going against the norm of what people felt is the norm, what is common, you're going to have some type of fear, but not to the degree that Coach Sanders has gone through. And yes, he may lose some other games. Be whoop de goddamn do. But don't sell him short. Now, just because he won that first game, we're not saying he's going to be national champion. But I wouldn't be surprised. Because that portal helped a lot. Now, I bet you that some of those little weak-ass motherfuckers who left, I bet you they wish, no, I don't. No, I don't, because no. Because they didn't have the vision. They didn't have the tenacity. They did not have the capability of reaching that point of excellence. When I taught school, my standards were extremely high. I didn't settle for less. And I can honestly say that my kids met or went above my standards. They met my expectations. They beat my expectations. And they did that because I had faith in them. I believed in them. And I wasn't going to take no bullshit from them. I had boundaries. I had consequences that had teeth, that had strength. And I had the support of my parents. See, that's what Sanders does. He instills faith. He instills courage, wisdom. And that's in most humans. Most humans, if they know that they're working for an individual who is there for them, who believes in them, who motivates them, who pushes them to excellence, they're going to go all the way. And that's what Sanders brings. Good coaches bring that. They bring love. They bring attention. They bring discipline. They bring structure. They bring guidelines. And the people underneath them know what those guidelines are. They know the boundaries. They know the objectives. They know the standards. They know the expectations. See, that's what made my group in the 60s, that we had expectations. We knew what was expected out of us. And we knew that we had no choice but to do those expectations. See, kids these days, they don't have expectations. They don't have boundaries. They don't have consequences. Sanders brings that to a program. But every program has to have that individual, that leader, that mentor, that exudes all that confidence, that cockiness, that peacock, that drive, the determination. That's what greatness is all about. Toot your horn. Let everybody know who the fuck you are. Claim it. Claim it. Speak it. Speak it into existence. As I've told you many times, my favorite quotation by Henry David Thoreau: if a man advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live that life which he has imagined, he will meet success unexpected in some common hour. You speak it, you dream it, you live it, you claim it, you accept it, you hug it. You develop it, you create it, you that's you. There's nothing wrong with being cocky. There's nothing wrong with knowing who you are. Remembering where you were, but where the hell you going? And how the individuals are going to be with you, and if they can't be with you, if they cannot understand where you're going, if they cannot accept your standards, your objectives, your boundaries, fuck them. You don't need them. Because all they're going to do, excuse me, is tell you what you can't do. You don't need that. You don't need that. You got to show them what I was in the past. I'm no longer. I enjoy the hell out of my past. I did. Nobody made me do anything I didn't want to do. Trust me. Because people, they still can't make me do what I don't want to do today. Things have to change. And we should have learned that with the first wave of COVID, that things have to change. We have no longer the norms of what we were raised with, because they do not fit in this society now. There's nothing wrong with change. Everybody should want change. Change does not mean that everything is wiped away and you start new. No. For there to be change, you have to have some type of understanding of the past. You have to have some type of foundation to build upon, because for you to make those changes, you have to understand those norms of the past that worked and didn't work. So that way you won't do the same mistakes when you come up with these new norms. And see, that's what Coach Sanders is doing. He's creating a new way of doing things. All of us know that HBCU athletic departments are not receiving the funding nor the acknowledgement, and we know why. Doesn't mean that it can't. We know that the majority of the alumni of HBCU, most of them do not give back to the university for whatever reason. They don't have any type of endowments. They do not give to those endowments that the universities have. State taught me everything. I owe an abundance back to state, because state prepped me. State prepared me for me to be where I am. And I am forever indebted to Alabama State University because of what they gave me, what they allowed me to be. I was in everything. Trust me. I was in everything they would let me be in. I knew most of the secretaries. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to go to the secretaries, but I did. Shit. I had a wonderful time at State. The first 2 years, I was only white living on campus. Now, there were whites that went to State, but they were in the College of Business. And after the class ended, they would run to their cars to leave campus before it got dark for some stupid reason. See, they didn't have a minority scholarship for white folks or for mutants because Dean Thompson didn't think it was a necessity. So, see, I didn't have a scholarship. I had it was a BEOG, and then it became a Pell Grant. And then once I was diagnosed with myasthenia gravis, then the state rehabilitation program paid for my tuition. But see, they didn't have minority scholarships when I started in state in 79. So, but everybody knew or know why the athletic departments over at the HBCUs are not as profitable as what they are at the mutant schools. And I don't know how to get the alumni together so that way they will give to the endowments at the school or even create their own endowments. See that is my next goal. That's my next endeavor is to have an endowment so that way we could have two professor chairs, one in the College of Arts and Sciences in honor of Dr. Eunice Warren Moore, and one in the School of Business in honor of Dr. Percy Vine. Two scholar chairs. And I want an endowment so that way those two chairs will be funded properly. So that way we can have renowned scholars coming to teach. I want scholarships for theater, for the cheerleaders, for the band, for teachers, for the School of Education, because I want to make sure that the teachers coming from state know how to open the school and know how to close the school. Because, see, in most cases, you can't work while you're a student teacher because it's hard. So I would want to make sure that those individuals who are doing the student teaching have enough of finances so that way the bare necessities are met, so that way they don't have to take a job, so that way they know exactly that student teaching starts at the beginning of school and it ends at the end of school. Because, see, I just knew how to open a school, I didn't know how to close a school. And I want to be on the board of trustees. I'm going to be on the board of trustees. I deserve to be on the board of trustees. I'm an alumni of Alabama State University. I'm a product of Alabama State University. And I have Alabama State University needs at heart. Sanders is the epitome of success, of what success and branding is all about. And everybody should have that same determination, motivation, tenacity, obnoxiousness, arrogance to be great. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. So, shout out to Coach Sanders, to his success, to his program. Yes, he's going to possibly lose, maybe lose a game. Everybody does. But he sure did start out with a bang because he scared the shit out of some of y'all. Some of you naysayers. And I applaud, bravo! I applaud him for calling out them motherfuckers who was talking all that shit. Call them out. You talk that shit. Now what you going to do now? That's what you do. That's what you do. Same way when I become syndicated. I'm calling out all those individuals who did not believe in me, who did not have faith in me, who did not support me. I'm calling your asses out. Sure am. Y'all shoot. Y'all know that please. You know I'm obnoxious. I have no culture. I have no class. I'll call you out, and I'm going to call you out. Those individuals who have supported me, who believed in me, who gave me a chance, oh, I'm forever indebted to you. To my sponsors, my first sponsors, to my first individuals that allowed me to interview them, that took time out to come on my show when I first started. Oh, I remember you. I got you. And I appreciate y'all tremendously. I remember where I come from. I know that Roger Chaney started the chain. I know that Jonathan Crum added to it. I know that Ralph Mobley gave me an open door. And I will forever be indebted to those three individuals, those three men who believed in me, who allowed me to be, who opened the door for me. I remember. And I remember the naysayers. Sure do. Sure do. But Sanders started building his brand long time ago. Long time ago. And everybody should serve, he should serve as an example of what to do, what to be. That little punk ass coach down that state, Robinson, should take some examples, some notes. Little pussy ass. But. Oh, I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all tremendously. Appreciate y'all tremendously. Again, if you have not done so, please like, follow, share, and subscribe to Smash Bros. Radio, the only award-winning digital radio station located where? Birmingham, Jefferson County. Download our app. Find us. YouTube. Instagram. TikTok. Facebook. Smash Bros. Radio. Hey, I'm OZZz, your Dutch uncle. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube. Like, follow, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. I'm tickled to death that I'm learning how to go live on Instagram. What's up? 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 Appreciate y'all stopping in. I appreciate y'all. So, y'all have a good Tuesday. Be safe. Know your value. Know your worth. Know that you are the controller of everything about you. And most importantly, know that I love you more than I love my luggage. I will see you tomorrow, Wednesday. Y'all take care of yourselves. The live stream on the show. On the show. The live stream. On the show. The live stream. live stream on the show.